Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to
Ooh.
Oscar Buzz. Trevor, Thomas, we're here. Hopefully you can hear us. We were having
Yep.
some audio technical issues beforehand, which is why we're a little bit late. So hopefully everything is fine. Can we all hear Thomas? Is the question. This is
Hello. Hello.
this
Can you
is
hear me?
this is
This
the
is the
question.
test. This is the test.
We will
Hopefully we're all good.
we'll see.
But
We'll see.
yeah.
Um but yeah, so we're just gonna be hanging out, talking just general film stuff today. Uh, so nothing too serious, nothing too crazy. It's been a while since we streamed because we've been busy with
It
life
has. It has.
life
But yeah, it's
stuff.
been a couple weeks. Managed to, not too long a break. Not too long a
Sure,
break.
sure,
And
sure,
we
sure.
still had videos being released. In the meantime, there's our Civil War review, which obviously
Yes,
you can check out on the channel now if you
for sure.
haven't
Okay,
already.
they can hear us both. They can
They
hear us
can hear
both.
us both?
Cool,
Cool.
cool.
We're good.
I don't know what's wrong then. I have no clue what's wrong. But if you guys can hear us, that works perfectly. Hello, Rodney, Arthur, Alex. Were you supposed to be live? You saw Lovelace Bleeding a couple weeks ago, I think. Yes, I did. Thomas is not yet because English releases are weird, but yes.
Nope, coming next weekend, I think. Beginning
Okay.
of May, so maybe
Cool, cool, cool.
weekend after. It's
Hello,
coming. Beginning
Narude.
of May,
Hello,
definitely.
hello. Yeah, no, should be fun. Should be fun. But no, we're gonna talk about the can lineup. Hello, Roberto. We'll talk about can. We'll talk about just some things in the news in general, and we'll also be talking about what we've been watching recently, which should be fun. And just kind of a lot of the releases this year that we've missed talking about and
Yeah.
haven't done reviews for. As far as early Oscar predictions, we probably won't do them just because we aren't interested in
Time
doing them.
mostly. Yeah, it's sort of a combination with time and I don't
Time
know.
and
Like,
disinterest in doing early. I don't
yeah,
know. I
we
don't
can
care
decide
enough
on
this
both
so far
things.
to do any predictions. So we'll check back in sometime in the fall to like really do a deep look into early predictions. But at this
Yeah,
point, I'm just excited about Cannes and the films in general.
exactly.
So
Exactly. Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
if you want one, I think Sing Sing is going to win Best Picture.
Sure, sure.
That's my number one. But we'll see. Um, but yeah. Do you just want to take a look at what we've been watching?
Sure, that's a good way to probably start the show, yeah.
All right, all right. Just pull up Letterboxd. Let's
Which
see.
you
Maybe
can
do
follow us on
predictions in the
Letterboxd if you
summer
so
after
wish.
Cannes once the reviews for movies. I mean, it would have to be at least after Cannes. At least after
Yeah,
Cannes.
maybe in the summer, potentially. We can probably
Yeah.
find a time to do that, but yeah.
Just a question: if you're ready already, do you think Greta being in the jury president will affect who might be the palm to a significant extent? I mean, it's always a thing. Like, oh, is the person who's jury president they're gonna have like a massive influence? Typically, we don't see it. I guess. But it could be. I mean, I think Greta as a Palm President's really fun. Like, I'm
Sure.
excited to,
Yeah.
and just the jury as a whole. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see like at the end of the day, it is still a jury, right?
Yeah,
It
because I
isn't
mean,
just
we
Greta.
also don't necessarily know what these people, just because they're bigger names, etc. We don't know
Yeah.
what their taste is like. There's a
No.
good chance Greta likes very different films to the type of film she makes. So
Yeah.
yeah, we can't read too much into those kind of contextual factors. I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Coleman and your actress, hopefully Angelina Jolie. That's my guess for those two. Don't know if Gaga can win for Joker too. I don't, guys. I don't think Lady Gaga's even gonna get nominated.
I think she'll get nominated.
I
I
don't
do
know.
think she'll get nominated. I think there is a good chance she will win. Would love to see
You think there's a
Jolie
good
win. Would
chance?
love to
Sorry,
see
I know we
Lorraine.
said we weren't going to do early predictions, but you do think
Yeah.
that it's a good chance that she's going to win.
I do think there's a good chance. Yeah, I think if Joker is in picture and the conversation for what it was for the first film with Joaquin will, you know, go to Lady Gaga because I don't think Joaquin will win again. I think there's a chance Joaquin
No,
might
there's no shot Joaquin
miss a
wins again.
nomination. Exactly, but that momentum, that sort of passion for the performance in the film could then lend itself to Lady Gaga. She's, been about for a bit.
Yeah,
I do think there is a good chance, but equally, fingers crossed for the new Lorraine film. Would love to see after just Spencer, just
yeah,
retribution for the fact that Kristen Stewart didn't win. Would love to see Angelina Jolie take it down
absolutely,
for
absolutely. I just think Gaga's more likely than Phoenix. I think 100% Gaga's more
the
likely
Yeah,
than
yeah,
Phoenix.
definitely,
Like,
definitely.
even as someone who doesn't think like, I, I mean, weirdly, I don't know. I could
I
see
think the film
Joaquin
will be
being
bigger than
nominated
what we're
more,
going
but I
for.
could see Gaga winning more.
Oh no, no, I don't. I think Joaquin could miss if the year is a bit stacked and
Really?
they think we've already done that. Then I can see him missing. I think you're underestimating Joker 2's chances.
I probably am, but also,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it will be
we
one of
literally
the
have
most
just a
overrated
trailer
ones.
at this point, so it's really hard to say.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, cool. Let's look at our letterbox to what we've been watching. Switch over here. I'm going to reshare this with you. Nope, that's not it. There we go. My recent watches. When Harry Met Sally and the Fifth Wave are from my podcast, The Basement, which you should watch with my amazing co-host Mark Knopik. Always a fun time. We watched When Harry Met Sally and the Fifth Wave for that. You can see obviously what I thought there. Watched Ex Machina after watching Civil War. Really good movie. Really good movie. It wasn't my first time watching it, obviously, but it had been a second. And no, really liked it. I think
I mean, it's by far Garland's
it's
best.
by far Garland's best, and it isn't close.
Yeah.
It isn't close.
Yeah.
And then everything else was just things I watched in a hotel because I was bored.
I watched The Day After Tomorrow in a hotel. That's
Did
the only reason anyone would ever see that film.
I know, it was just on like the AMC channel in a
it was
hotel.
just on a channel at like 12 o'clock. And my dad just whacked it on. We were like, yeah, let's just sit down and watch The Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's no other reason anyone would actively seek out.
I'm convinced that nobody has seen that film since its release in theaters outside of a hotel.
No. But having said that, I think it's quite fun.
I did not like this movie.
It will, yeah, I know. I don't mind Roland Emmerich. I don't mind some of the stuff he does. He's made some absolute abysmal films, but
have issues with Roland Emmerich. I don't claim him.
No. That's unfair. That's unfair.
I
mean, I've never seen Stonewall, which is obviously his most problematic one. I've never seen it before. I don't plan on. I don't need to. Stick to your action film. Stick to The Day After Tomorrow.
Oh God, Stonewall! What a Jesus Christ that movie. Going to see Challengers tomorrow. I'm also seeing Challengers tomorrow. Very excited.
Nice for some. I have to wait until Friday. I think Friday or Saturday. Then I'll be able to see Challengers.
Which we'll do a review for. I'll probably do like a YouTube short or something tomorrow if you want to watch that after I see it. Hello Ayush, how you doing? But yeah, Mr. Smith also wasn't good. I like Star Wars: The Last Jedi, but I'm not like into debating about Star Wars. I know for some people that's their whole personality. I just don't care. I just enjoy the movie. So
yeah, I've just had. I mean, you do get a few raised eyebrows when you say that Last Jedi is by far and away the best since the original trilogy. It's not even close, really. But again, I'm not trying to have these debates, really.
We do agree on this though that it is far and away the best.
Yeah. You do get a lot of raised eyebrows about that one, though.
Yeah, but it just is. I don't know. I like the movie.
Yeah.
So that's really it for me. We can just take a look at my rank to just take a look at a couple of recent things that we can touch on from this year that I've been watching. That isn't Sundance. Driveway Dolls. I feel like we never really talked about. You never saw it, right?
I never saw it. No, I never go around.
I mean, it really is
really
just
think it'd be my thing,
like
to be honest.
bang average standard Coen. Like I think Zoe on Letterboxd was like it's just like a film student's approximation of what a Coen Brothers movie would be, and it's basically that. And like it's still fun, and it's lesbian, so like obviously I liked it. But like it's just it's really kind of a nothing. It's fine. I give it like a 3, I think. I'm ready for Hundreds of Beaver Sweep. I'm watching Hundreds of Beaver soon. I have access to that, and also Evil Does Not Exist, and I will plan on watching both of those soon. We should do reviews for both of them.
Yeah, if I can find Hundreds of Beavers.
I can send you. I have a screener link thing.
Cool. So. Perfect. Yes.
Yes. I'm very excited. I've heard some really good things. I've heard people compare it to Guy Medin, which, guys, if you are not familiar with the work of Guy Medin, I would highly suggest checking it out. He's actually, speaking of Cannes, he has a film that's premiering at Cannes starring Cate Blanchett this year. And it's his first feature in a bit. But he's made some amazing short films. And one of my favorite feature films of all time, My Winnipeg from 2007. It's a docufiction work. Would very highly recommend Guy Medin, especially if you liked Hundreds of Beavers. And then obviously New Hamaguchi. So like, yeah. Bring Film Drunk back on or Oscar Experts. I think they're busy.
Yes, probably.
I'm not just gonna ask him on a random Sunday afternoon. Like maybe if we plan something in advance, but we're not close like that. Okay.
No. But I'm sure at some point they will be back on the channel.
At some point, I'll ask
At
them,
some
and
point,
they'll grace us with their presence.
Yeah.
We can just ignore Dune being this low. Nobody needs to comment on it.
Dune lower than Civil War. Really?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I
just
said that we
think
didn't have to
they're lower.
comment on it.
No. I just saw those two there and just felt a comment had to be made. A comment had to be made. But anyway,
I
we
actually
can move on.
didn't, but that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay that you
Yeah.
think that actually. Yeah. Yep. Anything else recently? I mean, mainly just bad things. Madam Web, I never talked. Okay, Loki. Madam Web was fun.
Madam Web, sorry, I didn't like Bob Marley one. I didn't see Madam Web, but
I
think
had fun
something
with
to
Madam
see
Web.
there.
I
Something
enjoyed
to see.
watching Madam Web. It is not in moments. Let me clarify, in moments, okay? I did not think it was a fun experience as a whole, but in moments it is very, very funny, and those brief moments of it being very, very funny were far more interesting than anything that happened in Bob Marley.
Maybe. Argyle being dead last, 100% can get behind that as a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, not sure about that. Not sure about Madam Web being.
It's fun. I liked it. I threw that a solid like.
Yeah, fair enough.
2 stars and a like.
Yep, definitely worthy of it.
Rebel Moon 2 makes Argyle look like Zone of Interest.
Oh, I'm not even.
There's a lot to unpack within that statement. Yeah, I'm not going to touch Rebel Moon 2.
Not touching Rebel Moon.
I'm not.
Rebel Moon 1, I have no reason to.
Even going to come close to touching it. Let's find you. There's Thomas. Also follow us on Letterboxd if you want. What have you been watching, Thomas?
Let's have a look.
Oh, you watched a bunch of the Alien movies.
I did a ranking for all the Alien films for High-End Films. Which
Go check out his writing. He's a good writer.
And most of them aren't very good. Alien, the first Alien, I didn't love when I first watched it, and I rewatched it, and it is better than I originally.
I had the same thing. It's grown on me.
It is a very nice sort of contained. It does go into some ideas. Aliens is a bit more gun-toed thing, just like it's not my bag. That big sort of sci-fi action stuff. I can see why people like it. It is a fairly decently made film. Alien 3 was messy.
Sorry, can I stop you for a second?
Hmm?
I didn't realize that you watched Mirror in the middle of your Alien binge.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. No, I was like, I need a break. I need a break from these Alien films because I didn't watch it.
That's really funny.
I was like, I need a break from this mainstream garbage. Let me watch Mirror, which fascinating film. Love Solaris, absolutely love Solaris. Didn't quite connect with us on the same. I just don't know if this sort of existential philosophical storytelling style really quite worked to the same extent for
That's
this
fair.
personal story. I just didn't know if they quite gelled, but undeniably very impressive.
I'm a Tarkovsky ride or die. I love like everything this man has touched. So, but I get why that wouldn't work. Like give me your taste.
Yeah. But no, Alien 3 I thought was messy and frustrating more than bad. Alien Resurrection was bad. What came after that? Alien vs Predator. They're both absolutely gobshite.
Yeah.
Then you've got Prometheus. I thought was the best since Alien 1, actually, which may be controversial.
I've seen back to back in chat. There's Prometheus is the best, and then I will honestly never get the Prometheus over Alien stake.
Well, there you go. Yeah, exactly. So it's taking it in an interesting new direction, which I really after having watched them all back to back to back, I was like, these are the
in like
same
3
movies.
days.
And then Prometheus was something different.
Sure.
It was a drag at times, but whatever. And Alien Covenant was very forgettable. Honestly, one of the most forgettable in the franchise, but not the worst.
Yeah.
But this anyway was in preparation for Alien Romulus coming out later in the year, which I will check out and see where it stacks up against these competitions.
For sure.
Yeah, most of the time was taken up by that. There was also Monkey Man as well.
Yeah, do you want to touch on Monkey Man?
Yeah, I'll touch on Monkey Man.
Which
because
your Letterboxd review did decently well.
Yep. I really loved Monkey Man. Completely in awe of Jordan Peele just going to find this film and then going, this needs a cinematic release, and just getting that done, because it did.
Yeah.
It did need a cinematic release, and I'm glad I was able to watch it on the big screen rather than on just when it was dumped onto Netflix.
Yep.
I mean, Dev Patel was just astonishing in the fact that this is a directorial debut. He did the story for it. And gives an amazing performance, like just doing all three of those so competently just means that the whole film sort of comes together quite cohesively. It feels like a cohesive product. It is a bit tangential. It does get a little bit messy in the second act, but it all does come in order to arrive at a satisfying conclusion in Act 3. So, high recommendation for me if you haven't seen it. A lot of people probably would have.
I haven't yet. I really want to. I'm going to get around to it.
I would definitely recommend. The action is amazing, which I know action isn't something that always ticks your box, but it really is just gritty and horrible and in all the best ways. And related to character. It actually has stuff to do with that. So, yeah, very good film. Very good film. Would highly recommend, and one of my favorites of the year as of yet.
Nice. I saw people in chat bringing up Problemista, another film that I really want to get around to. Very, very big fan of Julio Torres. So, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, and then do you want to tell people about Baby Reindeer?
Baby Reindeer.
I hadn't heard of this.
Some of you might have heard of it. It's got fairly popular for some reason, and pretty much unanimous praise across the board, and deservedly so. I had no idea what I was getting into. I just heard very good things. A friend recommended it to me, and this friend doesn't watch very much stuff, and it's like, if you're recommending this to me, I kind of trust you that it's at least decent and good. And I'm glad I didn't know anything going in, and I really would stay away from anything. So I'm not gonna touch on very much because it is all about just watching this unfold and going from this initial seed of a concept to just extrapolating, exploring so many different ideas in such an interesting way. And it's got that autobiographical flair of like parts where you can tell it's so human and so unique to this person, but it feels so special in that way.
Sure.
It's funny in parts because it's about a man who's trying to be a comedian, and so there's elements of that into it. So it's about, success and fame and a whole kind of host of issues, and it's just gut-wrenchingly tragic. Like, I was just stunned and paralyzed after watching some episodes. Like, it is astonishing. There's so many great monologues in it. And it's interesting. It's sort of it has this offbeat tone, which is unlike something I've really ever seen before, and it's definitely a series that will stay with me 100%. It's not long either, 7 episodes, half an hour each. I did it in one sitting, so you can definitely do it in a couple of days. And I would.
Nice.
If I were you.
Cool. Yeah. Would there be anything on your 2024 list?
No, I don't think so that we haven't already covered.
We can show people where you're at.
We can show, exactly. Yeah, June 2 still reigning supreme, which I know Jeff vehemently disagrees with.
I didn't say we had to bring it up again. I mean,
hey, when it's right there, when it's number one, it's got to be. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Fair.
In terms of my list, then just some Sundance title kind of things.
Sure. Yeah. No.
Civil War makes 10th. It's not been a lot of middling stuff actually this year.
Yeah, there hasn't been I haven't had a 5 yet this year.
No.
So.
But,
yeah. Go to other people's letterbox. Maybe at some point we'll do a thing where we all judge your guys' letterbox. That could be fun.
Yes, we can do that. Yeah.
Just straight up steal from Karsten or whoever else did that.
Who in this part of YouTube isn't just stealing from Karsten? Really?
Yeah.
Realistically.
Just watch Challengers tonight. It's like gay Whiplash. Okay.
Oh, that's a big.
Love that comparison. I love that.
Love Whiplash. One of my favorite films of all time. And
Whiplash is gay though. Brilliant. The sexual tension between. Don't want to go there.
No, you don't want to go there. It's abuse. It's abuse. It's not romance. It's abuse.
What's a relationship if?
Yes. Where does romance start and abuse end? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It's what they've been saying on the streets.
Sure.
Trevor and I have very different tastes, so that'll be fun. Yeah, I'd really make fun of you guys. I don't think that you guys want this, because I'll make fun of Thomas's, and we're friends, so it's okay. But we aren't friends, me and all of you, so could be mean.
You could be mean. I would hold you back. I would be the voice of reason.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Celine Song's husband wrote Challengers, and he also wrote Guadagnino's next movie,
yes.
Queer, which I think is really fun.
Which
he's John Magaro.
Yes, he is.
So John Magaro from Past Lives is working with Luca Guadagnino.
Yeah, which tracks, I think. I think it tracks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah. Um, you can make fun of Film Drunk. He can probably take it, or Karsten himself. Karsten doesn't know who we are. We.
God.
I have met him once. I met him at a Chicago Film Festival.
Amazing.
But for when he premiered his short film. But yeah. No, maybe we'll do that. Maybe next week's stream or something like that. I'll put something out on Twitter. And then we can go from there, and you could all send us your letterboxd.
Could be fun.
All right. Do we want to look at Cannes?
Let's look at Cannes because we haven't discussed Cannes. And so it's not obviously a lineup reaction. We know everything that's in this lineup already. Yeah. But we're doing predictions, I believe, for Palme d'Or at least.
Yeah. We'll do a Palme d'Or prediction. We'll try and see. Like I'm generally aware of a lot of these things, but Cannes is probably my favorite festival every year because it's had my favorite movie. Yeah. Okay, Jack, I need you to shut the fuck up. Guys, Trevor is going into challengers with an agenda to hate it, by the way. This is not true. Okay? In our group chat, I sent a couple of reviews that seemed mixed on the days when reviews dropped. And I was like, uh-oh. Maybe challengers won't actually be good. And then Jack has decided that this means that I hate challengers.
I don't know. I can see the line of logic. I can see the
I
line
can't,
of logic.
Personally.
You wouldn't have sent those if you were full on the train. You were...
if I just wanted to be like blindly ignorant, I don't.
Yes.
And no, most reviews have been very positive, and I'm very excited about seeing it.
Yeah, cherry picking the negative ones to fit your agenda is what you do.
Sure. Or they just were literally the first two things that popped up on Letterboxd, but that's okay.
Hey,
maybe Letterboxd has an agenda. I don't know.
Maybe
we need to reframe this idea. But yeah, okay. Let's take a look at Cannes Film Festival. We'll take a look through Wikipedia first, and then on Letterboxd. And I know there's a lot of other things, but Jack, don't say thank you, Thomas. This isn't.
Yeah. Pleasure.
God, you guys are.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything. Okay. So here is the list on Wikipedia, and then we'll take a look at Letterboxd. So obviously there's some other stuff, like out of competition. There's Furiosa. There's Horizon, an American saga by Kevin Costner. Sure, this is what I was talking about. Rumors by Guy Medin.
Yeah.
Get excited, guys. Watch Guy Medin movies. It has Cate Blanchett and Alicia Vikander. Guy Medin is a genius, like one of the best living directors. Right. I can't say enough good things about Guy Medin. But yeah, that's basically, whatever. Also the Balconets by Nomi Merlant. This is another thing that I want to
this one. Yeah.
Very excited. Love Nomi Merlant. She's also going to be starring. Cool. Fantastic. Let's take a look through competition. So we have All We Imagine as Light. So coming out of Luxembourg. Do we know who this is? A Night of Knowing Nothing. I feel like I've heard this title.
I'm not familiar. Is it a Luxembourg film then?
Looks produced out of France.
Okay, Luxembourg. I was going to say, you don't get many films from
in India, France, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Italy. Yeah. But,
there you go.
Mumbai, Routine, Unexpected Gifts. Yeah, could be interesting. Could be a tight, tense thriller. So, I saw someone in the chat earlier who said that they were potentially going to be predicting that.
Okay. I mean, that's the thing with Cannes. A lot of it is just shot in the dark because this is where we're getting the first reactions for stuff. So we have no idea what's good and what's bad at this stage.
Exactly.
Just because it's by a credited name and has a good cast and sounds interesting, could be dog shit. Who knows?
For sure. I'm from Winnipeg. Guy Medina is a Winnipeg filmmaker. One of our goats. Wait, it's not pronounced Madden. It might be Madden. I've just always said Guy Medina because it sounds fun.
It sounds better. It does sound more exotic that way.
But Guy Medina might be how you say it. I don't know. Yeah. I've never talked to him. So yeah. Okay, we have Honora by Sean Baker.
It's interesting that this is in competition.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And we really
I
don't
never
know
got
much.
around to Red
Like,
Rocket.
literally, the only thing that I heard about it was that it's going to be starring sex workers and be about sex workers and take place in Las Vegas. So basically,
Yeah.
just a Sean Baker movie.
Sean Baker's
Um,
found his niche and is running
yeah,
with it, and I love that from him. He does it, yeah. He will just do whatever
yep,
in
yep,
a
yep.
very niche line of films.
But I'm here for it. I love Sean Baker. I mean, like obviously Florida Project really really good. Tangerine's great. I
Tangerine, love
loved Red
Tangerine.
Rocket. Like I really
Yeah.
really loved Red Rocket.
I got tricked into watching Tangerine at Christmas time because I was like, "Oh,
It's a
this is a
Christmas
film
movie.
set at Christmas." Really about as far from a Christmas film as you can get.
It's a Christmas
Loved
movie.
it all the same, but I watched it on like Christmas Eve, I reckon, or like the 23rd, something like that.
That's a really really funny
lowered the
movie to
spirit.
watch on Christmas.
Lowered the spirit.
That's a hilarious movie to watch on Christmas
Yeah.
Eve.
Yeah, it was really. It was not the vibe I was looking for, but it was a vibe that I appreciated all the same.
Yeah, lots of people getting very excited about Mikey Madison. So yeah,
Cool.
yeah. And then we got The Apprentice by Ali Abbasi. So this is our Donald J. Trump movie. Donald Jesus Trump.
People aren't gonna know that satire. Some people probably, yeah.
Okay,
Anyway.
well now you've just pointed it out, so
Oh yeah.
I think we're fine.
Yeah. I think we skip that.
But it's
thinking
about
that.
Trump's early career. It's Sebastian Stan, Kendall Roy's in this. So is Maria Bakalova. We'll see. I mean, I've been relatively hit or miss with Ali Abbasi. Like, I liked Holy Spider, but didn't love it. And this seems like a pretty different kind of look. I don't know. Apparently, it's also going to look at McCarthyism as well.
Yeah, I'm really mixed. I feel this one could go really either way.
Yeah. There's no
and
way this is just like
depending on the
fine. It's
reactions.
either going to be like a train wreck or like really good.
No, and even if it's polarizing, I still don't think I'd know which way I'd land.
Yeah.
When I watch the film. I like the cast. Love seeing Jeremy Strong in anything. So
Yeah.
always good to see him. But yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting one for sure. I don't think it'll be a player for the Palme d'Or. I don't think.
No, I would
think
be.
I do get the sense it could be a bit polarizing.
Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows? It's
We'll
a
see.
very big question mark around this one.
Absolutely. Then we have Beating Hearts by Jill Lelouch is what I'm going to
We'll
say.
go with that pronunciation.
That's yeah. Oh, Adele Exarchopoulos is in this. That's cool. Co-wrote with Audrey Dewan. Golden Lion winner for Happening. Story spends 20 years and begins in northeast of France with two teenagers who fall madly in love. A girl from an upper middle class family and a boy from a working class family. Their love story is quickly doomed to failure when he ends up being a criminal and spends 12 years in prison.
Fascinating. This sounds interesting, actually.
It does sound actually quite interesting. I mean, if this is like really really good, I could definitely see Neon picking this up and it winning the Palme. Because obviously it is a rule, by the way, that you have to be a Neon movie to win the Palme d'Or.
Rule.
That's just how it works. So
yeah, that's why Neon don't have any campaigning money for the actual awards because they just
all get made to the Palme d'Or.
They splash it all. Yeah, they get a budget for the year and just splash it all it can.
Yeah,
and then end up winning the Palme d'Or.
Yep. You have The Apprentice winning Best Picture because it's an election year and voters will vote for it. Just swing.
It's interesting logic. Yeah.
Let's see.
I feel that would tailor more for it being a player. I don't necessarily.
Yeah, I don't know about winning, but we'll see.
Who knows?
Okay, new Andrea Arnold. This is Andrea Arnold. I love Andrea Arnold. Fish Tank, American Honey, very good movies. This is Barry Keoghan, Friendrowski. Guess what, motherfuckers? They're gay.
Yep.
I'm hyped. I am very, very excited. Like, we just know that it is gay, and it is Barry Keoghan and Friendrowski, and it is directed by Andrea Arnold.
Social realist kind of thing.
Yes.
Hopefully. At least, and yeah. Definitely very excited to see Barry Keoghan and Friendrowski together in a film. And they're not to I'd picture together, but I'm very happy to see it.
I'm ready to picture.
It won't be that kind of film, I don't think. Probably be a tragic. They're both horrible people. I don't think Friendrowski or Barry Keoghan play just a
Play
nice
good
guy.
people. Yeah.
So they're both going to be horrible. Actually, that's not fair. Barry Keoghan and Banshees is just a nice chap. He's done it before.
Yes.
He's done it before.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
well, nice chap. I wouldn't say
I don't know
nice,
about
actually.
nice.
Harmless.
Except to
I don't even know
himself.
about harmless, to
Am
be
I
honest,
right?
Yeah. Not a
Um,
sight. No, still.
I don't think it's a love
yeah.
story between Keegan and Rogowski. Apparently, the kid playing Bailey is the lead.
That makes sense. It does make sense. But either way, in supporting roles,
Yeah,
great. All the more for it.
they still gay, to my knowledge. So yeah, no, very, very excited about this. Also interesting that, so it's titled Bird, and that is the name of Rogowski's character. So,
Oh, yes. Good spot. Good spot.
could be interesting.
Don't know what that implies, but...
Yeah.
What implies.
Caught by the Tides, this is by Jia Zongxi. I definitely mispronounced that, but like one of the greats in Chinese filmmaking. Only seen a couple of films, maybe only one. Only seen one or two. I haven't seen as many as I should have from him, but yeah, no. Early 2000s China, a passionate but fragile love. But then when Guo Bin, I'm sorry, disappears to try his luck in another province, just likes to go looking for him. I mean, it's very can. It's very, very can.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, Jia Zhangxi, like, sure, could be really good. Emilia Perez, this is a new Jacques Audiard film, or Audiard, is how you say his name. I mean, you look at these awards. Paris 13th District, good movie, very good movie. So yeah, this could be fun. This could be really, really fun. A woman is tasked with assisting an escaped Mexican cartel leader undergo sex reassignment surgery to both evade the authorities and affirm her gender. So this could either be handled really well and be very, very good, or dog shit.
Yeah. No, it's that kind of thing. I'm not sure about the concept. I'm really not sure about the concept.
It could be good. It could be really good.
Could be, if it's handled well.
Heard this was filmed over a span of 25 years. This one?
Really? Why
Interesting. Also, Zoe Saldana in the cast.
Yes.
And Selena Gomez. You spot that shit?
God. Yeah, I mean, I assume it would be a cameo.
She's listed second. I think she's actually quite prevalent in the film.
Oh, really?
I mean, she is an actress now, like Only Murders in Buildings.
Yeah. Still
So.
quite a random project for her to be involved in.
Yeah. But we'll see. The Girl with the Needle by Magnus Van Horn. Copenhagen, Young Pregnant. Words. Yeah, so it's dealing with like pregnancy, newborns, obviously very touchy topics, particularly in America. And it's loosely based on a true story of Danish serial killer Dagmar Overby, who helped impoverished women kill their unwanted children, and was first sentenced to death in 1921, but was later changed to a lifetime in prison.
Okay.
So there's another one that's dealing with a lot of big topics, and could either be very handled very well or very, very poorly.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Cannes is they're mostly good films.
Mostly good films, yeah.
They're generally films that are above average, at least. You don't get many stinkers.
So I have hope for this.
But you don't get...
Yeah.
To get
also, does Neon have anything going into the festival?
Ooh, I don't know. Usually it's someone they pick up there. Anyway.
Yeah, usually, that's what it's been.
It's not just the one they've got going in.
But still, yeah. She's been an actor since Wizard of Waverly Place and Barney. Doesn't count.
I mean, yeah.
Doesn't count. Grand Tour by Miguel Gomez. In Burma in 1917, civil servant Edward abandons his fiancée Molly on the day they are to be married. He flees in a state of melancholy, contemplating Molly's condition. Determined to be married, Molly follows his trail. I mean, we know very little, but I mean,
and again, just sounds very can.
It just sounds very, very can.
Yeah.
Kind of kindness. So this is
interesting.
Yorgos.
This is in competition. Very.
We have a trailer for this. I think it looks really, really good. Thomas is not a Yorgos fan, so he does not.
No, I just thought the trailer was only selling on the fact that look, here's you liked Poor Things, here's another one from the same guy. It didn't sell me on the film itself really at all, and maybe that's fine. But for me, as somebody who's not a massive fan of much of Yorgos's work, I didn't mind Poor Things. I thought it was his best film by quite a while. But yeah, I'm not sold on this. It's anthology. I don't tend to love anthology films.
Sure.
Um, I mean, the cast is very good, but the cast is
I mean, yeah,
always
look at
good
this cast:
in
Emma
all his
Stone,
films.
Jesse Plemons, Willem Dafoe, Margaret Qualley, Hong Chow, Joe Alwyn. Hope he's holding up well after the Taylor album. Andrew Xavier, Mom Dorothy. Yeah, like, um, so I'm hyped. I've heard Kind of Kindness described as hostile and almost 3 hours long. Hell yeah,
Okay, okay.
here for it.
Feels
Makes me
like you
excited
might have
because it
gone.
reminds me of
Yeah,
early Yorgos. I mean, I love early Yorgos, like Dogtooth Fox, like, so.
I'm not a fan. Not a fan, really. But it's a vibe that a lot of people do take to.
Mm,
So, you know,
yeah,
fair enough.
I don't see
He's
this like
delivering
winning
what
the
people
palm,
want.
but
No, no.
we'll see. We'll see. Then we got Limonov the Ballad.
This is the one where Ben Wishaw's in it, yeah?
Yeah, Ben
Yeah,
Whishaw
yeah.
as the lead. Yeah,
You've seen set pictures. And he
about
is
the writer and
looking
politician Edward
crazy.
Limonov who founded the National Bolshevik Party.
Yeah.
Again, it seems very can. I don't think that they typically go for like biopic type things. I mean, I'm excited for Ben Whishaw. I really like Ben Whishaw as an actor, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this will necessarily be
No, no.
a
It's
standout.
again
It
the
doesn't feel
kind of
like a
thing that,
standout.
yeah, it might be punchy, whatever, but I
Yeah,
don't think it will be one that people because you again with Can you get a lot that they're like really raved about. Like last year, obviously we got Anatomy and Zone, and
yeah,
those were like both 90s. Zone came out of Can. I think it still has 100 coming out of Can or something
right. Yeah,
stupid like that. So you get films that are just universally beloved, and some of these films we mentioned so far, I just don't think will get quite that appeal, really.
for sure. Marcelo Mio, um, an actress. One summer, she tells herself that she would rather live her father's life. She now dresses like him, speaks like him, breathes like him, and she delivers it with such command that others around her begin calling her Marcelo. Curious to see. It's a comedy, so I don't know. I'm curious to see just tonally how this functions.
Yeah,
And
one of the weirder concepts in this film.
yeah. It seems like something that I could really vibe with, like if it's again depending on execution, which
Interesting.
is
Yeah,
just we sound like a broken record, but that it really is just the case with a lot of these types of things.
yeah.
Megalopolis. Okay, obviously a lot to be known about this, and I do actually want to touch more on Megalopolis later today.
Yeah.
But I mean, like you look at the cast.
Yeah, yeah.
It's Coppola.
But
An
does
accident
he
destroys
still
New York
have it
City.
after all this? Yeah,
In New York City, like
after all these
Metropolis,
years.
already in decay. Caesar, an idealist, aims to rebuild the city as a sustainable utopia, while the venal mayor, Frank Cicero, has other plans. Coming between the opposing men and their visions is Frank's socialite daughter, Julia. Tired of the attention and power she was born with, she searches for her life's meaning. I mean, it also is just kind of giving Metropolis, the Fritz Lang.
Yeah, yeah. I sort of comment on that.
Mm-hmm.
Just see like a lot of threads, a lot of quite vague threads
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't fill me with confidence. If I was to put money on whether this film was good or bad, I don't think you know.
I think
I
it's
don't
gonna
think you want to know how
flop,
my
but
money
I
would
think I'm
go.
gonna like it.
Maybe it's that kind of thing. It is that kind
Like
of
I
thing.
feel like this could be like our Babylon or our Bardo, to be honest.
I don't even think it'll be as good as those, to be honest.
Really?
I don't think it'll be as well received as even those. I reckon this could flop. I mean, it might come out of Cannes doing fairly decently because people want this film to succeed. They
Yeah.
like Francis Ford Coppola, but I think when this touches mainstream, it's gone.
Sure.
Is my theory.
Sure.
Is how I think this film will pan out.
Megalopolis. I
There
mean,
you go.
that's just what Variety's gonna say for like 2 months, I guess.
Yeah,
Um,
probably.
yeah. Let's see. Last couple of things. Motel Destino. So this is a new Karam Ainus film, which I remember that name from something recently. What? Firebrand.
Firebrand, yes.
That's the thing, which I heard generally good things about. I think it was generally positive. It's a love story about a young man on the run and a woman trapped in her abusive marriage. Very vague, very can. There's just really nothing to go off of, to be honest. So we'll just kind of have to wait on this one. Oh, Canada. So this is the Paul Schrader. We got Richard Gere and Jacob Elordi playing two versions of the same character. We got Uma Thurman. We got Michael Imperioli. I'm very interested by this. It's the life of a tormented writer on the brink of death, a Canadian-American leftist who fled to Canada to avoid the Vietnam War draft. This seems like something that I would really, really enjoy.
Yeah, the one I can't see how Lordy and Gere is the same person.
This is an issue, barring makeup, barring extensive makeup.
Barring extensive makeup, which maybe those two still in my head, they don't quite click. They're very different performers. So it'll be interesting to see. But if the film does lack that cohesion, I think it could all fall apart at its very foundation. So, but maybe if they work.
I'm excited to see their performances and like just how they'll try to match.
Yes. Just Jacob Elordi. I'm not sold on him. I like
his work. I like what I've seen from him.
Didn't like him in Priscilla. Not that I think it was necessarily his fault, but I didn't like him there. And I thought Saltburn, it was quite an easy role for him. It was just
be hot, which is very good at being.
Yeah, I'll do that. Cool. So I'll see. We'll see with Jacob Elordi. I'm not sold on the man's talent yet.
That's fair. Paul Schrader is the worst. Why? What did he do? What did Paul do? I'm curious. But yeah. I don't know. I'm excited though. Like, just it seems like a pretty political, like, contained thing. Like Paul Schrader, his last couple was what, Master Gardener, and then what was the one before that? I can't remember.
It was the casino one, Card Counter.
Card Counter, yeah. Both of those I thought were pretty middling. But First Reformed is like excellent. So
a little bit hit or miss maybe, but
yeah.
Who knows? What
So I don't know. I'm excited though. Let's see. We got Parthenope. This is the Paolo Sorrentino. It's English language, I believe, or maybe not.
I don't think it is.
Is it not?
I don't think it is.
But Gary Oldman is just being Italian.
It says France and Italy.
It does say, and it says language is Italian and Neapolitan. Isn't that an ice cream?
No. I mean, yes, it is, but that's because it was made in.
And this is also the language.
Yeah.
Damn! Imagine if we had just the ice cream flavor English.
Yes. I mean that is probably does exist somewhere out there.
Probably. According to Tarantino, the film is about a woman named Parthenope who bears the name of her city, but is neither siren nor myth. Okay, pretentious description.
Yeah, I really like The Hand of God though.
I like The Hand of God. I know a lot of people hated on it. I did like The Hand of God. I mean, Paolo Sorrentino, obviously very, very talented filmmaker. So
yeah. To an extent, it'll be interesting. Yeah. I mean, again,
see Gary Oldman speak ice cream language. That'll be.
I mean, unless Gary Oldman is speaking in English and he's like an English friend who comes over. I don't know. Maybe he is speaking Italian. Maybe he is. Wouldn't put it past him.
For sure. Interesting. Okay, The Shrouds. This is the new Cronenberg. I'm very excited. Discovery Cronenberg is the most personal film. Castle plays a grieving widower who builds an innovative device to help people connect with the dead. I am a massive Cronen babe. Okay, I absolutely adore Crimes of the Future. I think it is one of the best films of the decade. I think that he is just one of the most innovative and interesting filmmakers alive. And he has been for like the last couple of decades. I mean, you know, I'm just sold on literally whatever this man wants to do. So
fair.
I'm hyped.
Yeah, but again, his work is not for everyone, so again, it probably won't.
It could be divisive. Do you like Cronenberg?
I've only seen No, I've not seen much of him. I don't imagine. The vibe I get from him, I don't think would be for me. Really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know you didn't watch Crimes of the Future. Have you seen Videodrome?
No, I've seen The Fly.
Okay, got it.
And the other Crimes of the Future, which you told me to watch. maybe.
Oh,
Maybe I
I
watched
do
that
vaguely
a
remember
long
this
time.
for our old podcast, which
Yeah.
nobody go
No,
find.
I don't think it exists anymore.
It probably
But
doesn't exist on the internet, but
yeah, that was awful though. That was one of the worst. I don't. That was just dreadful. I don't know what he was doing, but
he
fair
was
enough. It was a
a
student film.
child,
He
I
was a
think.
student. Yeah, exactly. He was very young. But anyway, yes, he gives me the vibe of early Lynch. Early Lynch is my least favorite Lynch.
Sure,
So
that's fair.
just like, weird.
The Substance by let's see, Coralie Fargate. It's very close to a slur. Um, it's a body horror film starring Demi Moore, a Phoebe Bridgers song, Let's Go, Margaret Qualley, and Dennis Quaid. Have you noticed Dennis Quaid just looks like leather now?
Oh no.
Like he just looks like human leather. It's kind of funny.
Sure.
Like, can I pull up? Sorry, tangent. I think it's Dennis Quaid. Hopefully, I'm not. Dennis Quaid now.
I don't know if I'd entirely agree with you. You're not far off.
He just looks leathery.
It's like a harsh accusation.
Or is it Jack Quaid that I'm thinking of? No, it's that no.
No, it's probably Dennis.
It's definitely Dennis.
I can see the vibe.
Like he just looks like leather, and then he's dating like a 19-year-old or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait, Dennis Quaid wife age difference.
Laurie Savoy, I think would be a name.
Wife age difference. How old? 39-year age gap. Okay, it's 39. Not that young, but.
And again,
66. Okay, 66 and 27.
Yeah, I'm shockingly naive when it comes to nepotism. I did not realize Jack Quaid was.
Yeah.
The son of Dennis, but
yeah,
of course he is. It was the same where I thought there were just a lot of Skarsgård walking about Hollywood.
I forgot this. You had a moment. You had a moment where you're like, wait.
I did not realize Alexander, Bill, and Stellan were all related. I did not realize that. I just compartmentalized each of them and thought there's a lot of Scandinavian Skarsgårds walking about Hollywood. No, they're all related. Of course they are. Of course they are.
Oh my god. Sorry, something just happened. Crash is Cronenberg's best film. Crash is the worst film to win Best Picture. It's a horrible movie. Different movie, guys. David Cronenberg did not make Crash the Best Picture movie. Crash by David Cronenberg should have won Best Picture. Probably.
What year was that?
I don't know. 2000, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Would have been over Gladiator. Yeah, fuck yeah. Or yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. That was, no, we all know Traffic would have been the real one. I like Traffic. No,
I have not seen Traffic. I promise.
I want to get Traffic more into the conversation. Everyone talks about Aaron Brockovich. No one talks about Traffic.
The one guy who shows up to the function. Let's talk about Traffic.
Yeah. Just want to get its name.
Pulling up to the function with my Traffic DVD.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a good time.
I should watch it. I really should.
Yeah, you should. You won't like it. It's along the same veins as late 90s, early 2000s Oscar bait that you hate.
Okay, yeah. So maybe I shouldn't watch it. I don't know.
No, I really wouldn't.
Cronenberg made the car sex movie, not the racism movie. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. But yeah, I don't know. We have Demi Moore. I mean, here we can describe this better. We have the Phoebe Bridgers song, Jack Antonoff wife, and Leatherman.
Okay. Cool. Glad we got that. And the film's plot is irrelevant.
I don't see it anywhere.
No.
I don't know.
You don't know. It lacks substance. Sorry.
I die immediately as soon as humanly possible.
Yeah, I regretted it immediately. Anyway.
And then we have Wild Diamond. Leanne lives with her mother and sister in thing that I'm not going to try to pronounce. She's obsessed with her physical appearance and dreams of becoming famous. Eventually, she discovers reality TV as a possible springboard for her career. Leanne gleefully responds to a casting call for Miracle Island. Seems interesting. Seems fun. Coming of age drama film. I could be here for it. I'm not familiar with any of the people involved, and none of them have Wikipedia pages. But would love for this to be like a breakout thing, if it is.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, anything jump out to people?
That is a canned lineup. If we're gonna, okay, let's do what do we think is gonna win Palme d'Or, and we can have one thing. We can't name top three. Just gotta go for one. What do you go for?
I mean, what do I see most likely getting picked up by Neon? I mean, Parthenope would be an easy one, but they have been going for like younger directors.
I'm gonna go Beating Hearts. The concept sounds interesting. It's French.
Yeah.
They like French stuff usually because it's in France.
I might go All We Imagine Is Light.
Okay, interesting.
I don't
think it'll be any of the big ones. I don't.
No,
see,
like I don't think
ones.
like
I
you
don't
shouldn't
think
be
it'll
predicting like
It's not gonna be
Bird,
Megalopolis.
The
It's not gonna be
Apprentice.
Kind of
Yeah,
Kindness.
Megalopolis, Kind of Kindness. I mean, even like O Canada, The Shrouds. I mean,
No.
Bird could. I could see Bird. I could see Bird.
I mean, who knows? But it wouldn't be the first
what you're
one I'd choose.
saying.
Question
sure.
is, which is going to be Zone of Interest?
Yeah,
Zone of
I'll
Interest?
say Limonov just because. Bird does not have a distributor. If it wins Palme d'Or, Neon should pick it up. That's a good see Bird. Anora is already being distributed by Neon. Okay, that's interesting.
Okay, that's the one that they've got going in. Okay.
Very interesting. I mean, I'd love to see Sean Baker win the Palm. That would be brilliant. I love Sean Baker.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like it's surely going to be one of the more unknowns, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, that's canned though. Very excited about the festival. I mean, happening in just a couple of weeks. We definitely won't be doing the daily things anymore because I don't have the energy.
And I do not have the time. We smack bang in exam season, so.
But we'll probably
we'll
stream
do a recap.
probably middle or end of the
Yeah.
So
discussing everything that went down, which I'm sure there'll be a lot because there's a lot of the big films are premiering this year.
A lot of really big projects are going to be there. Yeah,
So,
yeah, absolutely.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
Cool. All right. Well, do we want to take a look at some news and talk about some things?
Let's do some news. Yes.
All right. Let's talk about this.
Yeah. This is wild.
Bong Joon-ho has said that Mickey 17 has been finished since last November, and yet, apparently it is being pushed until January 2025. They're dumping it in January of next year.
Yeah. This is a red flag for a multitude of reasons. Firstly, if a film's been finished that long, or at least according to the director, finished that long, suggests studios aren't necessarily happy with it. Maybe they're editing it down a little bit, trying to do some workaround stuff like that. Secondly, obviously the release date, they're finding a barren time for film. Nothing good is released in January. That's the thing. Nothing is ever. Because you got Sundance. That gives you your films. You don't actually watch anything in the cinema in January, really.
Yeah.
Unless you're in Britain, all the Oscar films are released. So I think January is actually one of the better months in Britain, but whatever.
Yeah.
They are clearly struggling to work out where this film fits in the market. It's not mainstream. It's not.
No.
Like Snowpiercer.
And the budget is massive. So if we take a look at,
so it's not.
It's $150 million budget.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
It's a type of film where if this was made by Warner Bros, it probably wouldn't be released.
Yeah, we probably
it's
never.
That kind of vibe.
Well, it is.
Oh, is it Warner Bros? Okay, they're lucky then. I wouldn't be surprised in a couple months. Oh god. I think there's a serious chance that if they need another tax write-off, this film gutted.
I don't think that will happen.
I don't think they could because I do think it's Bong Joon-ho and Robert Pattinson. And there's that aspect to it where people will watch it. I don't think it will recoup its profit though. I think it will
I mean, and really to me, like this feels like they basically just told Bong, you made Parasite. Here's unlimited money. Make whatever you would like. And he made whatever he would like, and he gave it back to Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers was like, Excuse me.
That's not.
That's not Parasite. Excuse me. What? What? Because there was a trailer at like CinemaCon, and apparently it's like this very like weird offbeat comedy.
Yeah.
And it's like a sci-fi and it's just like, you know, like it's very much not Parasite. It isn't that at all. I mean, people have described it as even more similar to like Okja,
Yeah.
in many ways, which I love Okja. Like I still think that this movie will be good. For the record, I still think that this will be a very good.
Yeah,
film.
I have trust in Bong Joon-ho. I just think it is there are a couple of worrying signs about it that it could. Yeah. I mean, part of me is just like maybe it's just not what we're expecting it to be, which is a good thing. I'd like to see Bong
I'd be fine with that.
do something a bit different, but yeah, it is a shame as well. It is just a shame that this has turned into a next goal wins, which I love that is just a sort of
A colloquial term for just getting
pushed.
pushed infinitely.
Yeah, but it feels like it's turned into that. And out of all the films, I wouldn't have minded some films to have turned into that. But this is one I was like quite hyped about. So it's a shame.
I mean, we should have already seen this film.
Yeah, exactly.
It was supposed to already have been out.
Yeah.
And it's very disappointing. But I don't know. Again, I still have faith in it. I still think it'll be good. It's just wild that they're doing this to Bong. Like.
Yeah. Because I mean, again, the further you push it, the more Bong's name fades out of the mainstream. Like, people 2 years ago probably still knew, oh, Bong Joon-ho. Oh, yes,
yeah.
They still remember Parasite.
Like, my parents would be like, oh, the Parasite guy. Yeah.
Exactly. The further away we get from Parasite, the less people will be wanting to watch this film. So it's not good. It's not a good
I'm really not understanding. And it isn't even, like, they aren't even sending it to Cannes. Like, I would have at least thought Cannes. That was my hope when they just said that it was being pushed from March, that it would be like, oh, okay, or April or whenever it was, that maybe they're sending it to Cannes this year. But really just dump it in January.
Bury it. Yeah.
Like they're just trying to get rid of it. Like, I don't know what's happening. It is making me a bit nervous, but I still have faith. I still have faith in Bong. So yeah, we'll see. Though apparently Jeff Snyder didn't like the trailer, so oh no.
Hey, very astute man. I like Jeff Snyder. It's a controversial take within itself. I think he's just funny. I just think he's a character. He's not a person. He doesn't exist, but he is just a funny character.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Well, let's see. What has chat been saying? Do we think Megalopolis will ever get released? We'll touch on that in just a second. Emmy or Oscar predictions when? We can Oscar predictions. I don't know. Probably sometime in a couple of months.
If we say post-Cannes,
sometime post-Cannes.
That's a nebulous enough time where we'd have to look into it.
Sometime after Cannes, we'll do them.
Summer, probably.
Yeah, and then Emmys. I know, Jack, are you still here? If Jack wants to do them, probably. I don't know enough about the Emmys. I've been keeping up with TV. So
no, I haven't. I do. There are a couple things I do want to get around to. I do need to watch the series of Abbott Elementary, but
same.
Got around to that, and I do want to watch Shogun because I have heard great things, but I just haven't got around to it.
Yeah. And then obviously new season of The Bear, coming this summer.
Oh yes, and House of Dragon as well. I'll watch out of.
New season of Hacks. New season of Hacks. I'm excited for. I like that show quite a bit, but yeah, I don't know, not as invested really this year. No Succession, so.
No, as much as there should be, but there should be in the same way.
Absolutely. Okay, I do want to talk about Megalopolis though. I really do, because there was a quite interesting article from THR that I just kind of want to look through.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh wait, somebody said, having read Mickey 17, I'm very excited for the movie, but I also kind of get they're not sure how to approach it marketing wise. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so let's take a look at this, because apparently it's just like about him struggling to get funding, which I will say is really quite sad to see somebody like Francis Ford Coppola like have to make a wine company to get funding to make a movie.
I don't think so, because I don't think he made the wine company to fund the film.
No, but
I don't think that's a sad outcome in life. I'd be very happy if I had a very successful career in film.
No, I'm saying that like that
Very
he
happy
can't, that
Netflix.
someone like Francis Ford Coppola
Yeah,
just struggles to get fun. Like what happened to Peter Weir?
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like
No, I
it's
think
not.
that's sad. Like M Night Shyamalan having to mortgage his house to make a film. That is
Yeah.
slightly different. I think he was just
Like how the fuck are we gonna get money, Thomas? Like
well,
what's it?
yeah, good- yeah, true, true. But we won't be making films like Megalopolis, which is the thing. Like, it is sad that he did need funding to this degree, but equally, having heard stuff about, I can see why. I can see
Yeah.
putting the producer.
I mean, there's even like right here, the
why.
self-funded epic is deemed too experimental and not good enough for the 100 million marketing spend envisioned by the legendary director.
Yeah.
So,
Say
but yeah,
he's
just
minted off of wine. I won't lie, he is minted off of that wine company.
yeah.
If
No,
he is
he's
able to, like, he's stacking the cash, and it's good wine as well. When I was in America, I had a bottle of that, and it was nice. It was nice.
nice, illegal, but cool.
No, my parents. We was drinking with my parents, so that's
That's not
I think.
the law in America though.
Is that not the law in America? Okay.
No, in America you got to be 21. Doesn't
Oh
matter.
yeah. Not even if you're at a meal with your parent.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
That's okay. Anyway. America. I'm not. Let's not touch.
I mean, it's not like Americans follow the law, but
No, exactly. Yeah, definitely not.
but yeah. No, so apparently he tried to pitch it to a bunch of people. People did not want to. But there was a screening on March 28th, and apparently it got like a standing ovation. And he like cried or something like this. And people were very into it. So he began writing it in 1983. Cost reportedly is $120 million, funded in part by the sale of a significant portion of his wine empire, because he did have to sell part of it.
Yeah.
21 deal was reportedly worth over $500 million, clocking in at 2 hours and 15 minutes. The film follows the rebuilding of Metropolis. We just talked about this earlier, but just the premise of it, the rebuilding of Metropolis after an accidental destruction, with two competing visions from an idealist and a pragmatist. I mean, it seems quite fascinating. Like again, I am.
It does.
I am very interested in this film. So it's gonna be at Cannes. People said everybody's rooting for Francis.
Everyone's rooting for this film to do well. If this film makes a profit, wow.
Yeah, I really want this to be good. I really want this to be good.
Yeah.
Like, someone said this might be a long shot, but what if we get something like AMC releasing the Eras Tour style? Just like an event type thing. I don't know. I don't know how that would work.
I don't know if the love is quite there for FFC as it is for Taylor Swift.
Gonna wager a guess. I think that Taylor Swift is a bit more popular than Francis Ford Coppola.
No, I think they have very overlapping demographics as well. The girls from 10 to 15 age range, they love Francis Ford. They can't get enough
or
of
me.
Apocalypse now. Yeah. But I'd say they're generally demographic.
Yeah.
Obviously is,
yeah. Don't. I wouldn't back yourself into a corner there. You could,
What you say? No. The age group in which Taylor Swift is most popular.
I would agree with you. I'm just saying that people on Twitter, there are certain people.
That's just a fact. I'm just naming a statistic that Taylor Swift is most appealing to that.
Just be careful with what you say on Twitter.
And I'm saying Francis Ford Coppola is not. That demographic is not his most popular.
Okay,
I could be wrong.
If Francis Ford Coppola's primary demographic was 10 to 15-year-old girls, there would be a problem.
Yeah, that's true, actually. That is true. There's something slightly just, wrong about that.
Yeah. Someone said, does it wander, go all over the place? Yes, but it's really imaginative, and it does have something to say about our time. I think it's going to be a small, specialized label that picks it up. So they bring up A24 and Neon, but they would not likely have the budget for the grand marketing push Coppola has envisioned. One source tells THR that Coppola assumed he would make a deal very quickly, and that his studio would be happy to commit massive prints and advertising spend within the vicinity of $40 million domestically and $80 million to $100 million globally. that kind of a big stage rollout would make Megalopolis a better fit for a studio-backed specialty label like the Disney-owned Searchlight or the Universal-owned Focus, but Universal and Focus have already tapped out of bidding.
I feel like he may be a bit of the idealist in this situation.
Yeah,
in terms of...
maybe he's a bit of the Adam Driver character.
I mean, maybe it's exploring that, and that would be fascinating.
If it just becomes like this meta exploration of his own, that could be really, really
trying
interesting.
to get the city made, trying to get this film made. I can see it. I can see the vision.
I can see the vision.
Yeah.
Honestly, and somebody brought this up in chat, like, I think it's most likely that this goes to a streamer.
Yeah.
But he's going to want a release, like you said, like he wants an IMAX release for this.
Yeah.
Which is fair. But, you know, I don't know. And IMAX is likely to give the film some support if it gets distribution, sources close to the project say. Like others, however, IMAX expected the film to be far more commercial, sources said. And apparently it is very much not. So, yeah, two people say it's hard to figure out who the good guy and bad guy is. The big exception is LaBeouf, who they say is the best thing about the film, and he's one of the antagonists. Like, I don't know, it seems very philosophical, and far more than I think a lot of other projects of similar vein, especially, like, you know, that would be pushing for IMAX releases. Like, I don't think, like, Babylon even got, like, an IMAX release, and that isn't, you know, philosophical.
No, as much as that would be worthy of it.
It would absolutely be worthy.
Yeah. No, it was never that kind of thing. I mean, yeah, at this rate, who knows? Maybe Francis Ford Coppola will begin building his own IMAX theaters to get it shown in them.
Yeah, some kind of indie experiment. Somebody called it.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't know. Like, genuinely, like, I don't know if Netflix would be willing to give, like. Would Netflix give that sort of theatrical release? I don't know. I don't think so.
This screams Apple to me.
I was going to say, I think this makes sense for Apple because, like, they have been giving directors, you know, like Scorsese obviously is the big one, right? Like, they gave Scorsese a full out release for Killers of the Flower Moon. I mean, they gave Ridley Scott Napoleon, right? That got a theatrical release. I believe Killers of the Flower Moon was an IMAX. So, like, this type of project fits for that.
Problem is, neither of those did brilliantly.
Yeah.
And so Apple might have realized maybe this is not the best strategy.
But to be fair, like, Apple can lose a shit ton of money and be fine.
Yeah, they don't care. Yeah. No, they will be absolutely fine.
So it really depends. But I feel like that makes the most sense as long as he is fine with working with a streaming service.
Which, I also get the impression he might not be. Might not be.
Right. But as long as he's fine with working with a streaming service, I think that would make the most sense and would be the most, like, financially feasible for this type of thing.
Potentially.
So, but yeah, really, really interesting. And again, it is a bit sad that, you know, someone like him with that much of a name is struggling for something like this.
I mean, a name, his career did peter out. Let's not kid ourselves. He was a big name in the 70s, really.
Right. But, I mean, he is still Francis Ford Coppola.
He is still
like, come on.
Obviously, yeah. I guess I just don't view it as that bad because I would definitely be very happy making a wine company. And then
I get that whole part of it, but it is just like, again, like I read up Peter Weir, like there's a lot of filmmakers who are in this position where, like, they really struggle to get funding now. Which I don't know. I think it's a bit sad.
Still get Kevin Costner
making Horizon an American Saga or whatever.
We shouldn't because it could be good.
No, it won't.
It could be. The chances are.
It won't. Okay. Want to talk about Quentin Tarantino?
Yes.
Cool. Let's touch on this because this fascinated me. Because man just kind of decided, well, actually, you know, I'm out. We're good.
Yeah, no, this is interesting, and I mean, fair enough. This is your last film, so you want to make it something you're actually passionate about. And if he just lost interest, he lost
Sure.
interest, and he's Quentin Tarantino, so he is the type of man who can just say that. And he seems like quite a mercurial figure, so to speak. I can see him losing interest and gaining interest in stuff at
Yeah.
quite rapid speeds. So, will this 10th film ever be made? Is a question.
So this is my theory, and I think it would be really funny if he just continuously would announce a 10th film,
Yeah,
and then after a couple of years of working on it, just drop it.
yeah,
And then a
no.
10th film just never gets made, and then he just does that until he dies. I think that would be really, really funny.
Yeah, and I'd say the history books would then have it written that he achieved his goal of making 10
Yeah, because Kill Bill,
Bill
2 movie.
is retroactively
Yep.
credited as 2 films. Is definitely what would happen. I think
Yep.
the more likely solution, or not solution, this is not a problem, the more likely outcome, even, is that he does make his 10th film and it incorporates elements of, like, we end up going, oh, that seems like that was an element that would have been the critic. And you just get,
Yeah.
so he will announce a couple projects, whatever, they don't get made. But his final one is just sort of an amalgamation of all of these ideas. I don't imagine he's dropped the idea of a film critic character. I'm sure by the time we get to his 10th film, there will
Yeah.
be a film critic character within the
It
film.
might just be like a
It just
side
might not
character or
revolve around
something.
it. Exactly, it's that kind of thing. It might not just revolve, and it could even still be played by Paul Walter. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure. But also, like, yeah, if you want to have like a massive legacy, then like Paul Walter Hauser.
It's
Like,
not
yeah.
necessarily a guy.
So brings up in chat. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood seemed like a great swan song. I would see this 10th film as more of an epilogue. I feel the same way. So I neither of us are entirely in love with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It has grown on me personally a bit. But that feels like a perfect conclusion to his career.
Yeah,
Like it feels just thematically, tonally like the Tarantino movie. I don't know.
It does. And the problem with that is it does feel just tired and like Tarantino just going through his highlights with that
Sure.
film. That was my major problem. It just felt like I wasn't see anything new from Tarantino.
But it felt like
It
a
was just
final
show
film, though.
reel.
It really
It
did feel like.
it did feel like a Tarantino film more than any other film.
Yeah.
It epitomizes that vibe.
Which is
the
part of why I
idea
don't love it, but
Yeah, but no, I can see that. This being the sort of
yeah. And this is that Brad Pitt was going to be the principal star. I heard Paul Walter Hauser, but
yes, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it makes sense for Brad Pitt to still be a part of it. Words are that Tarantino had rewritten the script, which delayed the start of production. But this is his 10th and final film, and Tarantino simply decided that the movie critic will not be it. This is the biggest surprise Tarantino fans have had since when Deadline revealed he had shelved The Hateful Eight after he gave a small group of actors the script, and one of them shared it with their rep. Soon, it had been copied, and the rough draft was shared all over town and online. Tarantino felt betrayed, but he eventually returned to the project after staging a reading for charity and drawing raves for it. This is the other thing. It could just it could just be the movie critic is still it.
Maybe. Who knows? It's the type of thing where maybe announce another one and then bounces back to this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Either way, I don't think we'll get this film for a long time. I don't think we'll get.
No, I think he's going to take a lot of time. Paul Walter Hauser was offered the lead role, but he rejected it. Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Oh, really?
That's why would you reject it?
Okay.
That's very curious.
Yeah.
Paul Walter Hauser would be the type of guy to reject.
Yeah, I think 2030s we'll get Tarantino.
You think not until 2030s?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean that's 6 years. I
Chat
think we might.
age. Let's see prediction. Wait, how old will we be in 2030? I will be 24. Fuck.
I'm going 2031
that.
for a year.
2031. I'm gonna go with 2028.
2028.
Let's say 2028. Yeah.
And I'm going January 31st. I think this year is gonna not like it and bury it there.
He works with Warner Brothers. They write it.
Exactly. So,
He works with Warner Brothers. They do a tax write off on this final film.
Yeah. Like, sorry, mate. You've had a good career, but we need our tax money.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Genuinely be so funny. But yeah, no, just kind of a just random thing to just drop.
Yeah.
But yeah. what if his final film is the Star Trek movie or Kill Bill 3? I know he talked about doing a Star Trek movie. I don't ever see that happening, though, to be honest.
No, he's not. He's not a franchise filmmaker. He's not.
And I mean, would there like could he do a Kill Bill 3?
Maybe. I don't think he would. I feel like he wants this to be different. Is the
Right.
vibe I
It
get.
feels like he's
something
really
new.
trying to find something.
Yeah.
Like something very specific, I guess.
Yeah.
Otherwise he wouldn't have, been moving along with
Got
us and
this.
then dropped it. So,
No.
yeah, no, but it's interesting. It's a very, very interesting situation. Let's see. Do you want to talk about something else?
Yeah, go on then. Let's do one more story.
Um,
Wrap up.
you just want to chat about the Zendaya thing
Let's do the Zendaya thing since it's topical with challenges.
with
obviously
challengers
this
coming out.
week.
Yeah. So this is just kind of interesting. So I saw a post in like the Oscars subreddit, which I'll get pulled up, but basically talking about how people were like very, very anti the idea of Zendaya like getting her first Oscar nom. And it is quite interesting because I think you often see this with like the it girls, right? And with how best actor, the average age, it is a bit lower, I believe, than the average age for best actress at
Yeah.
points, right? Which it's the inverse between lead and supporting, and I can't remember which is which, so do not quote me on that at all. But I don't know, I thought that this was interesting. So here's this post, and it's why is the sub so hostile toward the idea of Zendaya getting nominated for an Oscar. And they go through, some stuff, talking about it, but like, she's the youngest person to win 2 Emmys, first black woman to win lead actress twice. She starred in some high-profile blockbusters, Spider-Man trilogy, Dune. She's a bankable star. She's incredibly popular, fashion icon. Like I think that she's Hollywood's it girl right now.
Yeah, I mean they go. I mean, obviously this is the thing. Like they swing in and out. So she
Yeah,
definitely was at one time. It was probably her and Tom Holland when Spider-Man: Far From Home was released, and now
yeah,
it's like her and Timothée Chalamet. Now that June was released, it's that kind of thing.
yeah.
And yeah, I do think I wouldn't have nominated her for anything she's done before, which is, I think maybe the reason there is a little bit of this,
Vitriol towards her.
does she need
Yeah,
a first Oscar nom? Like what? Like it's not really an overdue kind of thing because I wouldn't have nominated her for anything she's done in film. I think her work,
yeah.
especially Euphoria, I think was
Brilliant.
spectacular, whatever. But that's
Yeah.
television. That's a different thing. So I can see why if people are saying get Zendaya and Oscar nom, get Zendaya and Oscar nom, I can see why people are going.
She isn't overdue.
What? Why? For what?
Yeah,
But I do think she'll get there eventually, and I think she should get there eventually.
and I could
Whether
see it
this
being
year.
for challengers. Like the earlier actions or performance are excellent. I could see it.
I don't think the Oscars will touch challenges.
I think
just
she'll
don't
be.
it's that kind of
I
vibe.
think it'd be a thing like where if anything happens, it would be her.
Maybe I've heard. I mean, I've heard things about the score as well. That's like a side.
Yeah.
That's not quite the same, but I just really don't think the Oscars and the Academy crowd will take to challenges. Personally, it's
Maybe.
the vibe I'm getting from the reactions. At least, like it seems positive, but it's positive amongst a certain group of people, and it's also there's enough negative stuff
Yeah.
that it just doesn't feel like it will make a play, especially in April. So I don't think it'll be this year, but either way, I do think she'll get an Oscar nom eventually, and I think,
Sure.
yeah,
I mean, and this is also interesting. So this person said, I think people are just not sure how strong of an actress she really is in more mature roles, and if she can carry a movie on her own. She's never been a sole lead in a movie. The only adult she's played so far is Malcolm Murray. That script didn't help. We'll see how she does with challengers, which I think is also fair and definitely possible. Being overexposed, a lot of it girls, right? Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney, Jennifer Lawrence. There is a lot of backlash. And then also that people maybe don't take her seriously as an actor, can shake off, see what you did there, her Disney image, for whatever reason, right? And I think that these things make sense, but I also like, I don't know if we really see this with actors though. Like,
Not to the same
it feels a lot
extent,
more
I don't
targeted towards women in like the industry than men. I feel like people are a lot more ready to accept men kind of growing out of these younger roles, I guess.
Maybe, but I don't. I'd say Tom Holland would be a similar parallel. So I don't think Tom Holland is accepted as a serious actor really yet, and
No,
he's
but
on a
I also
similar
don't think he's
path. But
trying.
no, maybe not. Maybe not. I do think it is partially due to the roles, as I say. I don't
Yeah,
think
I think that
she's
is
selected
really
the best
a big
roles.
part of it.
Um, and maybe there is, yeah, a gendered thing. Because obviously Timothy Chalamet got his first Oscar nom fucking young. He was
Yeah,
called by
exactly.
name. I don't quite. I think he was about 22 ish.
Really young.
Um, but yeah, yeah, no, it's definitely an interesting conversation. I do think there is a thing about Euphoria. Like, I still kind of view Jacob Elordi as that boy from Euphoria. I
Yeah,
still kind of view Sydney Sweeney as that girl from Euphoria.
yeah.
I still kind of view Zendaya as that, even though
The
she's been in
the
much bigger stuff, June and Spider Man.
right.
I
It
still
is
view her
her
from
defining
Euphoria.
thing. It is her defining
Exactly,
thing.
and it is where I've seen her by far the best. Like,
And
and
it
maybe
is
there
as
will
a
be a
teenage character.
yeah, and maybe there'll be a thing as you're never quite as good as that, so it's sort of it's unfortunate timing there.
Right, right.
But
Which I mean happens with a lot of actors where like they get
mm,
stuck in just the roles that they were, when they were younger, right? I
yeah,
mean, I think we've seen that with like just like the Harry Potter cast, for example, where people just
yeah,
struggle to see them as anything other than that. And obviously, Euphoria is not as big as Harry Potter, but I do think it is kind of a similar type of thing. Um,
yes, yeah, and I think they've and as you can see, like with Daniel Radcliffe just doing wild stuff, he like
yeah,
is really trying to
like
kill
Emma
against that
Watson, I feel
bird.
like has kind of grown out of it, but she's also like kind of dropped out of acting.
Yes, yes, and I mean all her roles were similar roles, but also fairly like Belle and
Mm-hmm.
what
Little
I
Women.
don't remember the name of her sister in Little Women, but which one was she? I
That
don't remember.
that
Um,
yeah,
but either way,
no,
they're
wasn't her.
fairly.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was doing a lot of the same roles the whole time, but was
sure.
still this marketable star, whatever.
Right.
Rupert Grint. What? He didn't knock at the cabin, didn't he? What else has he been in?
I
I
don't know
covered
what
a
else he's
single
been
thing.
in. He was in
He's
Knock at
been
the
in Knock at
yeah,
the Cabin. That's
Knock
his
at the Cabin.
defining role since Harry Potter. Knock at the Cabin by M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
But yes, no, there will be. I think there is to an extent the typecasting. So I think it's a multitude of things that are
Yeah. But
reason.
I don't know. It has been a really interesting thing to just see like the just very kind of broad general pushback to
Mm,
her, potential Oscar push as a whole. So it'll be interesting to see
yeah.
how it develops, especially if that does end up materializing towards the end of the year. How people will respond to it, or if they'll just be like, she was really good in the movie, so who the
Yeah.
fuck cares?
Yeah.
So,
No, I thought that
um,
was the vibe, but because it's also she's not a disliked public figure in general.
no,
Like
no,
there are a couple of younger people that are disliked amongst the general population, I'd
hmm
say.
yeah,
And she's not one of them. She's not one of them.
no, yeah. I
So
think she's generally well liked. So, just an interesting thing as a whole. But yeah, no, very excited for challengers, contrary to what Jack would have you believe. Um, think it'll be very good. Think it'll be very, very good. Very excited, and that will be probably the next thing that we do on here is talking about
yes,
challengers, which will be really, really fun.
exciting.
But I think that is it for the stream
That was
today,
it.
unless you have anything else.
No, I think we covered a lot and still a couple of topics, but we can do them on next Sunday stream because this will be a
Yes.
regular, fairly regular thing. We'll do
Yep. We'll be hanging out
stream
here
on
every Sunday,
afternoon.
just talking about films and general and
Yeah,
what's been going on in the world of cinema. So, and also will be more, pressing topics rather than just things over the last month because we haven't streamed in a while. So, yeah. But I think that is it. Thank you everybody for stopping by and hanging out with us for the stream. And we will see you guys probably for challengers later this week. So,